8th grade review because it is important for this lesson. So make sure to pay attention because we are going to need this for our following problems. So review number 1. We need to talk about exponents, guys. And we need to review how to solve this. X to the 2nd power times x to the 5th power. Now, if you guys don't remember, whenever you have the same base, in other words, the same number at the bottom, what do you do with the exponents? You simply add the exponents. So my answer for this would be x to the 7th power. That's the first one. Rule number 2 for exponents. When you have x to the 3rd power to the power of 5, whenever you have an exponent to the power of an exponent, that means that they get multiplied. So 3 times 5 will just give me x to the 15th power. And finally, the last review for 8th grade. We also have this, x to the power of negative 2. This is actually, if you want to make an exponent positive, you simply move it either down or up, depending where is the problem. So for right now, we have x to the negative 2 to the power over 1. If you want to make it positive, you simply bring it down. So instead, you would have 1 over x to the positive 2. Remember, there was a 1 already on top, so we just simply left it there. Another example is if we had, for example, if we had 1 over x to the power of negative 5, that would simply, you move it up. You move it up to make the exponent positive. So you would say x to the positive 5 over 1. Or because that's just a 1 at the bottom, you just leave it as x to the 5th. Now, a common mistake, pay attention, guys. A common mistake you guys say is, oh, what we do here is called, actually, Mr. Milano, it's called a reciprocal. And that's not true. It is not true, watch out. Because a reciprocal means you flip everything. And we are not flipping. What we're doing is we move whatever's negative, whatever has a negative exponent, we move it to the other side, whether it's up or down. Let me give you an example of why that's a bad way of thinking about it. 5x to the negative 2. Now, a lot of people might say, oh, let's flip it. It's 1 over 5x to the negative 2. And that is wrong. Because, guys, this 5 has its own exponent. That's 5 to the power of 1. The 5 is positive. What you need to move down is the x. So the real way to do this is actually 5 over x to the power of 2.